Contra Returns is collaboration between Konami and Timi Studio Group, the latter of which is also responsible for the recently released Pokémon Unite. The game first debuted in China roughly 4 years ago and is only now making its way to our shores, bringing with it the level of polish you'd expect from a game that's been on the market for this long. Contra Returns, like Mega Man X Dive, controls well, employs auto-aim in addition to a generally dependable manual aim, and demonstrates a certain level of respect for the franchise's legacy. There are numerous explosions, big weaponry, and hours of fun slaughtering aliens to save the world. It pays homage to the original Contra, but it's better due of the vibrant graphics, visually appealing 3D characters, and characteristic setting soundtrack from the original series. Each playable character has the ability to double jump and possesses two weapons that they can switch between in battle. Guns have a cooldown meter that must be replenished once you've used up all of their rounds. But if you're quick enough to switch weapons, you can keep those guns blazing without stopping. Power-ups like the spread shot and flamethrower can be unlocked within each level, much like in the original game. And it's evident that the developers want players to remain playing for a long time. There are a number of extra modes that you can unlock as you level up your profile, some of which you won't be able to access for several days or longer depending on how much you play. I'm especially fond of the One Life mode, which challenges players to get as far as they can in a level without being hit, harkening back to the days of Contra before everyone discovered the Konami code. The game has a stamina meter that limits how much you may play each day, but the game is so generous with recharges early on that my phone ran out of energy before my stamina meter did. However, such skills are now available on specific weaponry that you can unlock. Each character has two distinct attacks as well as a shared super weapon that can only be used once every level. As you'd expect from a free-to-play game, all of your characters and weapons may be upgraded and promoted as you progress through the story and complete tasks. Aside from aliens, each level is populated with a variety of opponents. You'll be up against robots, soldiers, and even zombies. But don't worry, the controls are pretty simple. The left side of the screen is where you can move, and the right is where you can fire your weapons. Drag your thumb around the screen to aim in different directions. Discover more polished challenges. Once you've mastered the controls, you'll gradually learn the various character moves. These moves will, of course, vary according on the character you're using. Lance, Bill, Catelyn, Snow Bear, Sensei, Fang, Iron Lance, Lucia, and Alice are the current heroes to choose from. There are also hardcore settings in which you only have one life. Aside from that, PvP and PvE multiplayer modes are available to quench your need for more action. Of course, each mode will have its own set of objectives. However, the gameplay remains consistent throughout the game. The coolest thing is that you can level up your characters and gain access to new weapons and equipment. These improvements will increase your fire level, which indicates whether you are strong enough to take on certain types of tasks. The cons of Contra Returns. Contra Returns includes some mediocre art direction, which is one of its drawbacks. For example, the heroes look decent despite being a little dated, and some adversaries seem good as well, yet they are stuck in bland surroundings. And the stages are a little shorter than in previous 2D games, and they lack challenge as well. Though there is some variety in level types that lends depth to the game modes, it is not thrilling or addictive. The PvP games are entertaining but not very appealing, and the co-op modes are enjoyable but take too long to acquire. Because the game is free to play, you will be bombarded with advertisements. The navigation can be perplexing for new gamers. There is also a lot of gacha and a dubious season pass. You can still enjoy the entire gameplay and mechanics, but unless you want to deal with all of these drawbacks, you shouldn't invest actual money on this game. Conclusion. Contra Returns is an amazing game to play if you enjoy feeling nostalgic and reminiscing about the good old 2D games from your childhood. It's the ideal action game for people curious about Contra, and you may enjoy the free-to-play function, which allows you to explore the Contra world without spending real money. Even though it is a reference to the original game, there are several flaws that the game developers must address. A concerted effort was made to preserve the classic experience that many old-school gamers will enjoy. Contra Returns is still a fun and popular game. Old-school gamers will notice the difference, but it's meant to be a breath of fresh air for you. Aside from that, the graphics are fantastic, and the cinematic cutscenes are fantastic. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube Nepal's Buzz page, and also like and share my video. Have a good day.